Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Africa's Next podcast with my dear co-hosts here, Mr. Buckmeister, Mr. Stroden, and me, Tebello. And we are going to discuss the what is considered one of the best one of the controversial arcs of
Mm,
of Dragon Ball Z. We just went through the peak, and then I think here's the beginning of the divisions of the fan base here in the Buu arc. So we're going to
Mhm.
talk about the Buu arc now. I hope you're gonna have a pleasant time. If both me and my co-host sound a little bit off, it's because we are drained beyond words. We're at Comic Con today.
yeah, yeah.
Can we just get into that a bit, guys? I know I was not there, but I would like to get a summary of what happened and how it was like. Did you guys meet the anime man, Joey?
I was I
Well,
I did I did I was at at the panel session.
Mm.
It
How
was
was
awesome.
that?
It was awesome fun. They gave such wonderful advice. It's quite nice seeing these people as people, because when you've
Mm.
been watching through the screen and you don't
Yes,
really identify.
right.
Like, now I can judge that. Oh, okay, I'm actually taller than some of y'all.
nah,
I just got reminded today that I'm actually quite tall, and I'm thinking, no, I'm not that tall.
Yeah,
I'm
but
average.
one thing I like about those guys is I asked him actually on his channel whether he's gonna bring Corner and Ground next time. One thing I like about those three AnyTubers, the Chase Boys,
Hmm.
is that they're
oh, it's
so
those guys,
sincere.
man.
Yeah, well, it's one of the guys. They're so sincere, man. Like it's like you see how they are on screen. That's exactly how I'm sure they are off screen as well. They're
Mm.
so they're so sincere, man. And I
Yeah,
guess that's what makes them so famous. I guess
I mean,
successful.
I didn't get to because I haven't been watching them, so I can't be like, oh, yeah, I was a big fan of the anime man. It'd be very fake. I,
True.
I saw he was coming, and I knew he was a big deal, but I haven't been following him.
Ah, you love him, bro. You love
we
him.
we sat through the Ash Ketchum one.
Uh,
Oh,
well, I
Veronica
know
Taylor.
Ash Ketchum, but I don't know anime man. So
So
Veronica Taylor.
oh yeah,
yeah.
she was amazing. She's
She's awesome, man. I mean, she stopped a long time ago. I think maybe like 2006, 4. She stopped, but yeah, she's the original Ash Ketchum voice. Well, the
I
English
think,
version.
but I think she's now doing it or something. I
No, no,
think
no, no,
so.
no, no.
Oh,
No ways.
they took
There
out.
was there was a girl who I think she joined during Master Quest. Do you guys remember Master Quest? I think it was season 5 or 6, and she's been the voice of Ash, yeah, for a very long time, close to
I'm
20 years.
I'm sorry, I stopped watching Ash Ketchum just after Johto
Yeah.
League.
So
Yeah,
So
so you are familiar with Veronica Taylor then?
that's why when she said South Africa, I choose you. I almost forget. I composed myself. I
Yeah.
remembered who I was. You know, I did not go screaming,
yeah,
but it was well. It was yeah. No, no.
no, I told Devello that I'd be throwing panties on the stage if it was Sean Schimmel and Chris Abbott. It'd be over.
Maybe we should hit them up and ask them to come through next year.
Yes, him and Trevor
I'd be
Noah.
fainting. I'd be fainting like those Victorian couch models. If I heard Kamehameha and Final Flash, I'd be like, all right.
But how was your thing? How was your show?
Just a quick run through. Yeah, it was pretty dope. Got to talk to some artists, Johnny Allison and Luke Calder. There was a bit of a mix up because I thought it was Luke Mulver, and I think whoever was organizing it also thought it was Luke Mulver. And then the guy who showed up was not Luke Mulver. So I didn't know what I was going to be talking about when it came to regards to that guy because, like, the
Of
thing
course.
on, like, the itinerary or the sheet that they gave me, it didn't print his name big enough for me to do research. So I basically had to freestyle on the spot. And then he had a book and I had to promote it and all of those things. And I literally messed up one of the lines where I was like, I think this is self published. And he's like, it's not self published.
Oh my
So I was
goodness.
like, hey, don't listen to me, listen to this guy.
but you taking from my perspective, you did very well.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. So
Yeah.
Dude, you've been in the game close to 10 years, so
Uh,
I
it's
haven't
like
been
second nature.
hosting. I haven't been hosting. This is the first time I've hosted anything.
Right. But in
I,
terms of like speaking and stuff and being comfortable to speak
Yeah,
to
but I mean,
people, I think.
that's camera and all of those stuff. It's not like live, recording in front of an audience
I get you.
and look and moderating questions and all of that stuff.
mm, but
Mm.
like I said, I foresee you going to be on the main stage in a couple of years, fairly
Mm.
soon. The
Mm.
my Jedi senses were tingling, and I was like, oh, you shall
And,
be on
and
the
and on a
stage.
global scale, not just
Yeah,
here.
yeah, because
Gonna be going to like Sweden and China and
And
Korea and
we'll
all
see.
those
We'll see how
places.
that goes. We'll see how that goes. Because remember, I'm also a content creator, so I don't know which side of the mic I want to be on the stage. We'll see. Maybe it'll be
both.
both. Maybe,
Why
yeah.
not both? The bisexual manifesto.
Nah, swinging both
No,
ways.
no, gents. I'm glad you guys had fun. Yeah,
And
let's.
it seems like I'll be needed on Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
Heck,
Those Speaking of which, I must email you that thing that we discussed. But
yeah,
I'll
I
probably email you it today. Yeah, tonight at the latest.
yeah, all right. So, guys, Comic Con is awesome. I send you a message once again. I don't know what Burna Boy was thinking. So,
Yo, I'm dead. They called him Banana Boy. Yo,
yo,
I'm
That was
dead.
funny.
that's
Who's Banana Boy? I
somebody
saw
want
that.
yeah.
Right,
And
the
then
beef is real. Yo, people are spicy.
and now,
Yeah.
and now the rugby fans are coming in my group. Were messaging me and saying, "Do you know that concert would be happening at the exact same time as the rugby match between South Africa and Ireland?"
Yeah, the timing was just
The
off.
audacity!
The timing was just off, man. Like the timing, and apparently even Tasha Cobbs is cancelled.
Oh wow!
Yeah, something is going on with the promoters, guys.
No, no, that company is sus for days.
Mm.
Right.
It's
They
an
are all
impost.
they are all fired.
That company is an imposter. We must vote him off because that's all
You
I'm
mean
thinking.
Dunk Twins?
Speaking of imposters, we've
Yes.
got Mr. Boo over here in the corners and the shadows and all of those things. Because I was trying to find a smooth way to segue, but I'm tired.
Yeah, no,
I
yeah,
get
yeah,
it. No, I get it. Yeah.
we are both on our last ends.
Okay. No, let's get into it quickly. So, guys, as Steven has mentioned, we're gonna be touching on the Boo Saga. We're just gonna be touching on the first arc of the Boo Saga, which is basically the introduction of adult. Well, technically, he's not adult Gohan. He's still Teen Gohan because he's still going to high school.
Was that
Everybody
high
here thinks he's
school?
adult.
Wasn't it
Yeah.
university?
I
No,
thought it
it's
was
Orange.
college.
It's Orange Star High.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Don't
right.
you guys
Oh,
remember?
right. He still
You're
has like a
right.
locker and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was university. I don't know why.
I think the classroom makes you. It does give that university feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
But anyway, yeah. So basically, yeah, we get introduced to adult. No, sorry, Teen Gohan, and we also discover that Goku has another son called Goten who looks exactly like him. And at this point, Akira basically was hoping to make Gohan the main protagonist of the show going forward. Obviously, we also get to see an older Chi Chi, and yeah,
Is
this
she
first week,
older? She looked kind of the same.
well,
I
she
don't know.
does, but I mean older in the sense of, I mean, there's a slight difference, maybe it's how she looks in terms of like,
And,
her
and
hairstyle.
and how she's matured.
Yes, and how she's matured, because you can
Because
tell now, like, yeah.
bec-
Yeah, she did. She decides to train someone, and when she had a big problem with training,
like girl.
Exactly.
But isn't that the story about every single person who has a younger sibling? I've heard it so many times. I'm an only child,
Mm,
but I've
mm,
heard it coming from so many people
yeah.
with siblings that Like my parents were so super strict with me, and then there's you getting away with everything.
I have siblings. I've seen it live,
Then
real
how dare
time.
you?
Yeah,
I've
like that.
I've seen like my brother will be like, "No, dad," and I'm like, "That was never in my vocabulary as a kid." Those two words, "no" and "dad," together. Those,
Because the next one is Nani.
mm,
Nanda,
they
yo.
didn't exist. Those
You
two
know?
words. Hmm.
Um,
Dad, I'm going to be an artist. That sentence. Oh,
I'm sorry. Did you forget how to pronounce doctor?
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
lawyer.
yeah, yeah.
That's not how
Um,
you say that's not how
Dad,
you
I'm
say
gonna be
lawyer,
a
silly.
I'm gonna
What?
be a hamna.
Oh.
Hmm. Oh, a programmer. Programmer? Okay. Okay.
Okay, I heard you correctly. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then you
that's
go cry in the corner.
so that's back to Gohan. So
um,
Gohan was taught to
hmm.
be a scholar, and then Goten was being taught to be a fighter for some reason. And we get introduced to this, but it's basically the world after Cell.
Mm,
Yes.
Yeah, so it's
What was
there's
it, like 8 years later?
7.
seven.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so technically he's still a teenager. He would be 17 or
Mm,
18. Yeah, run about there.
Hmm.
So he's Gohan is basically this hero that saved the world, and he now is trying to keep his identity secret. And there's a moment there where, in order to save the stop this bank robbery from happening, he turns Super Saiyan.
Which was so dumb, because why would you turn Super Saiyan to help?
No, I think the idea was he didn't want people to recognize it was him. So if they see blonde hair and green eyes, they're not gonna put two and two together. That's how
What?
the Golden Warrior came about.
But the outfit is still the same outfit he's wearing as his. But yeah, you're right. But yeah,
But
let's.
it's that what's this
Say
the
it.
Clark
I
it's
was
that
about to. Yeah,
it's that Clark Kent
it's the Clark
thing.
Kent defense. Look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna completely transform right in front of you guys. Watch.
Oh my goodness, where's the look, guys? Who's this new guy? Who's this guy?
Where does he look more controversial? Where is
Where's the look?
And
oh
Oh,
he's
there he
back.
is.
No, you
you
know
know,
the dumb thing. Just a side note: the dumb thing about for me about that is that like the people who see you every day should know. Like that
Mm,
doesn't make sense.
there's
What's your
there
they should
first
recognize your
thing? Okay,
voice.
sharp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
uh,
but
should recognize your voice.
Perry White and Lois Lane.
Right.
How do they not know? How? It doesn't
uh,
make sense to me.
you see the what I always think about is how Doofenshmirtz and Platypus are making a joke about Superman's disguise every single time, and people are just letting it fly over their heads. Oh no, he doesn't recognize Perry without the hat, and I'm thinking it's the same dumb argument that they're talking about that they're making fun of with Superman. Like, oh, glasses. It's just a reporter. Superman.
You know, for me, it's always been two things. Well, Lawrence Fishburne gave me the second one, but
Yeah.
the first one for me was everybody respects or is afraid of Superman so much that they just let it slide. Like, okay, we know who you are, but we're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna say it, but we know it's you, you know. Or
Because
the other one where Lawrence Fishburne said that in from his point of view, Lois is the star journalist. She's the one that he really focuses on. When Clark Kent comes in, he doesn't even look at him. It's like, yeah, whatever. Look, just go and cover that thing over there, and the rest. Like,
I think in Man of Steel I get that, but I'm just talking about the comic books in general. Like Perry has even seen Clark Kent shirtless at some stage, and he's like
right.
built like a unit. And I'm just
Hmm.
like, you've seen his face, you've seen the man's
For
body.
80 years.
You don't want to put two and two together. I
there was
mean,
Right.
I mean, even Lois, Clark had to tell her that he was Superman, and she didn't even believe him. And it's just like, how, woman?
and
You kissed this man how many times, but
we,
you don't.
we did joke about that like the movie Superman, like this 1970s Superman, was the ultimate gaslighter. There's no way she would have believed him if she told him. She was like, I mean, there was a time where she threw herself off a building, and instead of jumping down to save her, he goes down the stairs,
Mm.
blows her, blows,
Yes.
blows her up,
Yes.
opens this thing, and then runs back upstairs, and she falls into this big pile of vegetables. It's like, are you all right? That's the level of gaslighting. So of course he's
No,
not gonna.
my favorite one was in the bad Superman 4 movie, The Quest
Quest
for
for hope.
Peace, or
Oh, for
Quest for
peace.
Hope.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. The thing is Peace, where he's dating two women at once. So he rings the doorbell with his super ventriloquism and then runs out, shows up as Superman, and then there's like, oh, where's Clark? And then he runs back up and he's back as Clark. And it's just like, what is happening here? Why is Superman dating two women at once?
You know
Gaslighting.
what? If we were to be honest and actually really be objective about those movies, including the first Superman movie, there are a lot of things that we should really be complaining about, but we don't out of respect.
The
And
first one and the second one was good. I don't like Superman at all, but those first two were good. The
no,
third
no,
one
no.
after
It's not.
that,
It's not like they were. I'm not saying they were horrible, but
the third and fourth one,
I mean the second one. There's a scene where actually I don't know if I sent it in the group, but there's a scene where they show Christopher Reeve strangling Zod, right? And
mm,
they showed the Zack Snyder one where Henry Cavill is strangling Zod, and they're like, and the comments were like, didn't Superman kill Zod in the second film?
yeah. The difference is that in the first film, at least he was saving people. Like in Man of Steel, we don't get the sense that he's saving anybody
Yeah,
in that fight.
that devastation in that fight was just too much. I mean,
Mm.
it was a Dragon Ball Z episode, but the one thing people don't forget about Dragon Ball Z is even Goku of all the characters says no, we can't fight in the city. We need to fight
Mm.
elsewhere.
Look, the
And
only time. Sorry, please continue.
and sometimes they even use themselves in an effort to draw out the bad guys off the populated area so they can fight elsewhere
Mm.
because they know how destructive they are. But we don't get that in Man of Steel Superman. I know I'm saying bad things about Henry Cavill. I know people are going to be shooketh because
No,
they know how I feel about him, but still, I still have to call a thing a thing.
I would say in the third act, that's true. But in the second act, the dude saves soldiers from helicopters before they crash. And
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's something that
If
he
the
does.
second act was the third act, we'd be having a different conversation. Anyway, getting back to Dragon Ball Z Superman,
Yes.
aka
Yes,
Gohan.
Gohan.
yes.
Yeah, this is like one of the things where me and other Gohan fans used to beef a lot because I'm just like, it doesn't make sense to me that Gohan wouldn't keep up his training. It doesn't. The reason being is because he knows somebody's going to fall out of the sky sometime. Like, I understand he was
But
not into fighting. I get that. But he should be maintaining at least maintaining. I'm not talking about he has to surpass his limits, but he should at least be maintaining the limits such that when he does go and train and surpass them, then people can be like, oh, okay, at least he's been doing this work to put this in and all of that stuff. Because the training of Goku that he gave him in the hyperbolic time chamber, that should sustain him with his power and his physique in order to do what he needs to do. And he can also go hit up Bulma to go train in 100 times gravity on the weekend or something. I just don't understand why he would abandon fighting entirely when the universe he lives in, he's too smart for that.
Yeah.
he's a reactive character though. Gohan has always been a reactive character.
Yeah,
That
but
being that being
oh,
said,
sorry,
I
go
just
ahead.
wanted to add that what I felt like would have been a good storyline to go with would be sure Gohan is relaxed. Then I thought them would be um if Akira Toriyama's angle was for Gohan to become the new Goku, basically of the story, it would revolve around him realizing that he needs to start training and take training seriously again to take up the mantle.
Mm,
Not
mm,
he can't just rest on his laurels. And
yes.
if he had gone with that angle, then sure, you would have to get the feeling that, oh, Gohan, what are you doing? You know, what's become of you? You're like, and then, oh, okay, you now realize we have to train because the just because the central target for most villains is gone, which was Goku. It doesn't eliminate evil from existing in the world.
Mm.
But that's
That's
just my two
basically
cents.
what Bug also is saying. I do get what you guys are saying. I think also, I think I got the impression that Vegeta and Piccolo are gonna be mentor type figures to him. That's the impression that I got. Even when you see the opening theme song, because they sort of gave the impression that they're now big three. You
Mm.
know,
Mm,
Goku, Vegeta, and
right,
Gohan.
that
So
man.
yeah. So
Mm,
I thought that was gonna be the case where Vegeta's like, dude, you keep going on dates, you're too relaxed, so I'm gonna be challenging you from time to time, and I'm gonna be challenging you so seriously, as if like we're in a real fight, as if like the stakes are high, as if I'm
Mm.
gonna destroy the world, you
Mm.
know. And also Piccolo is just gonna be analyzing, because you know Piccolo is very analytical. He's like a
Mm.
sports commentator. I'm telling him, okay, fix this, fix that. No, don't do this, do that. I think that would have been great because obviously Vegeta would have said, your dad, um,
Yeah.
I wanted to fight your dad so badly. You're the second best thing, you know?
Mm.
And Piccolo was going to be like, look, your dad sacrificed himself to save all of us, including you. So the least you can do is honor him by, you know, keeping up and training.
And then of course we also have to have the discussion about since when did the Z Warriors decide to relax so much? Sure, Vegeta's still training because Vegeta's crazy. What's going on with Tian? What's going on with Piccolo? What's going
mm.
on? I mean, you just relax in J. Just okay, the Saiyans are here. We're gonna be safe. That's not the Z Warriors we grew up with. I mean,
But I don't
Piccolo.
think TM stopped though. I think he still continued. It's just that he was off screen, but he still continued.
Yeah, and I
It,
just think that he becomes less effective, and also
yeah,
Piccolo as well. I think because Piccolo, all he does is meditate in the mountains and train. That's all he does, and he
but
doesn't
then
get stronger. It's so unfair.
yeah, but then again, to compensate for the lack of strength, we know that these guys have got things that equalize. Like you'd be
Strategy.
why wouldn't Krillin be working on a new type of destructor disc, or why wouldn't they be working on new techniques like solar flare? Piccolo used to be the guy who engineered new techniques. Special beam cannon came into existence because that man was like trying to figure out a better way of taking care of the Kamehameha. Demon
Mm.
light doesn't work, Masenko. Demon light doesn't work. Is not as effective as he wants it to be. So he wants something that will drill through the Kamehameha so that he can punch a hole through Goku. So what happened to that zeal? That wait, I'm okay.
Akira forgot. That's what
Yeah,
I
happened.
guess also when you're not trying to destroy the world or conquer the world,
it's
you
just
become more relaxed.
well, I don't want to say, but it is bad writing. It is bad writing, and you start seeing we start to see the Akira forgot trope starts showing itself here. The
Yeah,
I
but
think.
I also think, I still believe, I could be wrong. This is just alleged,
Mhm.
but I still think that Akira Toriyama just didn't want to continue with this
Yeah,
anymore.
no, that I have to agree with that because the people. One of the things they talk about when it comes to this part of the arc is that it's like a plateau. We don't have a sense of urgency. We don't have an overarching threat. We don't have a it's like a slice of life enemy suddenly because
Mm,
we've got this spoiled Brad Vidal who's trying to uncover my secret identity. Now I'm going to create
yeah,
this new alter ego called Saya Man.
and people compare to Batman slash Lois Lane of the story.
I mean, I don't mind a slice of life stuff. Like, actually, I wish Akira put more slice of life stuff because the slice of life stuff enhances like the things that you're
Yeah,
fighting for.
it was
Like,
interesting.
remember the build up to the Cell Saga was so good with the filler and all of that stuff, where Goku was spending time with the family, where he's catching fish, where he tells Gohan, "No, your mother's right. You should study," and everybody's like, "Nandato."
Yeah, I agree with that because it's part of an overlining storyline. But at that point, we didn't know about Boo. We don't
Yes.
know
Mm,
you see, the slice of life was happening during the build up to Cell. Cell was already the major
Mhm,
antagonist. He's already
mhm.
identified to be the most powerful threat they've ever faced.
And we
There's a
were still
very
trying to
real
figure
chance.
out,
Yeah,
the
and we had
the
also a sense
secret,
of. Mm,
Goku secret.
Goku's secret, there's a very real chance that you're going to lose. So yeah, that part it enhances the story. We have no At this point there's no plot. We've got Gohan going to high school. You've got Gohan now pretending to be this hero with the most ridiculous outfit. The
I like Saiyan Man,
It's not
man.
uh,
I'm
bad.
sorry.
It's not the outfit is actually not bad, to be
the
honest.
I
hell
like Saiyan Man.
the,
I
the
like it.
hell the helmet was the worst part. I think it should have just left.
I personally think it was the best part, though. Personally, I
It
know it
rem-
looks
No,
Power
I think
Rangers.
my favorite
It's like Power
version
Rangers
of my favorite version of the Saiyan Man outfit is when he goes to the tournament. I think that's my favorite version of it.
with the do rag and the sunglasses.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and you see that's
No.
when that's when a plot starts happening. Funny enough, the moment the world
The
championship
tournament. Mm.
championship started, then we hear, oh, okay. If there's then out of nowhere from the heavens, Goku says, "I want in." It is a
Okay,
fight.
no. Before we get there, let's just build it up quickly. So after that whole thing of being the gold fighter and people are talking about it at school, Gohan decides to get a better disguise where it's not even recognizable at all. Goes to Bulma, hoping that Bulma will help him. Bulma gives him this watch that is able to, well, when he presses it, it's able to basically help him, I guess. I mean, it changes his outfit to the
So
Saiyan
bas-
Man character.
so basically, the Flash.
Mm.
Yes, yes.
No, I mean I
And
love the Saiyaman arc because I think
mm,
it's like it encapsulates who Gohan is
right.
very very well.
Yeah,
Right.
Like
cause
it's a perfect description of who this character is
and
Mm.
and all of that stuff and what
and
he's
what he has
about.
become. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's Superman, basically, of the
yeah.
And
the anime
that's
world.
but the only thing is just like that's why you should have been training. Like it doesn't make sense to me that you would have this fierce nature of protecting things, which he does, because that's his whole motivation outside of even wanting to be a scholar. It's
Yeah.
because he knows that if he doesn't have the strength, everything is gone. But
Hmm.
then he didn't maintain his upkeep, but now he's going to be, vigilanting
And
the city.
and on top of that, and I know people once again come at me. I don't care. The fact that Vegeta is still there, there's no confirmed case where it says, "Oh no, Vegeta's gonna be a good guy. He's gonna protect the planet now." When Goku
Yes.
is dead, Cell is gone, Trunks is gone back to the future.
Mm.
We have a baby that he doesn't care about. What's stopping a decent human being or a decent character in that pantheon to thinking that, huh, should we just let Vegeta be the strongest man on Earth?
Well, I don't know. After he helped with Cell, everybody probably
Yeah,
was like, okay.
yeah. Because
Ah.
I don't know if you remember what Yamcha said to Trunks
Mhm.
when they were going back. Well, everybody was going back home. Yamcha made it clear that, look, dude, your dad lost this ish when you died. He
Yeah,
went berserk.
One, I get that, and I also get like that's like I said, one of the things that would keep Trunks, Vegeta in the straight and narrow in my mind would be the fact that future Trunks would be there. Like, okay, what the hell? But we've already established that it doesn't care about the baby.
Right.
Or he saying cares about the
Oh,
baby.
he's saying cares about the baby, which wouldn't stop him from reverting back to his old motives of let's take over the planet.
Yeah, but at that moment he had already mellowed down, man. Like
Yeah.
Bulma's strategy that we spoke about in the
Had taken full effect.
it had taken full effect, dog.
Okay, yeah, I get that, but I'm talking about someone like Gohan who knows what Vegeta is capable of. Would you relax knowing there's a
Yeah, well,
Vegeta
I
No,
mean, yeah, given
no, I
given
get
Gohan,
you.
I think given Gohan's history develops like right, I just think the only thing that would be a counterpoint is that Vegeta was the one that helped Gohan in the final battle against Cell. So I
Yes,
think
also
maybe Gohan's got that in his mind.
and
Okay.
also the conversation that they have in their first encounter in this arc, how casual they were, where Vegeta's like, dude, you've gotten weaker now because you're
Yeah.
busy
Oh,
going out on dates. I
yeah,
mean, that's not someone that's gonna destroy the world, bro. That's
yeah.
someone that's just saying he's like an uncle, if we're being honest at this point.
Yeah, it's like, what's happening? Where's this power
Exactly.
level?
Yeah,
Because also
it's the same rhetoric that Piccolo was giving to Goku at the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z, by the way, the Saiyan arc. Because it's like, have you been learning any new techniques? No, you've gotten sloppy, Goku.
Yeah,
I've learned something new.
but
That's the same.
also,
And
also,
even then, Piccolo was still a threat.
but also, Gohan has been coming to Capsule Corp, seeing Trunks, because the first time we see Gohan and present Trunks, it's like, hey, Gohan, nice to see you again. You can tell that these two already have a relationship. So he's been coming in and out,
Okay, no,
you know.
no,
And
I'll
every
relent.
time he's in there, he's like, yo, saying pride, yada, yada, yada. Yo, okay, the
My,
prince of all this. Yo,
uh,
I.
the prince of all of one half of a Saiyan.
Yeah, and
Well,
also I think Vegeta
two
is.
halves.
I think
Two halves make a whole because Goten and Trunks are there.
Oh
I th-
yeah, so it's like two halves. It's a Saiyan and a half.
Yeah.
I think also Vegeta now has a sense of belonging because um those are the only Saiyans that are on Earth, right? Or the only Saiyans that, well, as far as he knows, are alive. This is before all the retconning with his brother and Broly and stuff. So having people of his kind around gave him a sense of belonging, despite having a family of his own. But knowing that there's another Saiyan somewhere on this planet, it sort
Mm.
of gave him a sense of belonging, I guess. Because if you think about it, I feel like apart from obsessing over Goku and being stronger than Goku, he still gave a crap about the fact that he's with Saiyans still. Because after the whole Frieza thing, after Frieza died, he didn't really have a purpose anymore.
Facts. No, he did. After Frieza died, there was one other purpose: become Super Saiyan.
Which he
Mm.
did after that.
And then after that was become Super Saiyan so he can beat up Kakarot.
What did TN say? I'm beyond the Super Saiyan. So Ultra Saiyan,
Super duper Saiyan,
Maximum Saiyan,
maximum
Maximum Over
over
Saiyan.
Saiyan.
But my point is, I think he just got to a point where it's like, look, let me just rather focus on the present because the guy that I was
Mm.
chase, trying to, be stronger than is dead. So
So then we get okay. So what are the highlights that we can think about of the first part of this book arc? Because I honestly can't think of any.
what
No,
are
the
the
tournament's
highlights?
the tournament's got a few. One was Goten going Super Saiyan and Trunks going Super Saiyan. I thought that
Oh
was
yeah,
pretty
yes, yes,
interesting.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
And
Yeah.
that's where we see Goku go to Vegeta as a father.
Yeah, and
Not the
also,
greatest moment,
Cause
but
it's like, boy, if you can land a hit on me, I'll take you to the park for an hour. Yay! Bah,
uh,
bah, 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 bah. Then he lands a hit and then go Vegeta. Gah!
again, a Saiyan parenting, top notch.
different,
A
different.
Saiyan parenting, he's top notch because other Saiyans would be like, only you only hit him once, and
You
he
know,
disrespected you like this.
you know, you must teach him never to relent. Once he has an opening, you must continue until he is dead. Why
How
did you?
dare you?
Why?
How dare you speak? How dare you speak to the Prince Vegeta like that? How dare you treat
You
him like
know?
that? How dare you transform in front of him like that?
And then the way he says it, since when has the highest evolution of a Saiyan warrior been reduced to a child's plaything?
But the writing, guys, the
But
writing.
no,
Yeah.
but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. It's not bad writing because
No, no, it's
Trunks.
great.
Yeah, I'm saying yeah, Trunks and Goten. Like a lot of people like to point this out when they say like, "Oh, you guys hate Super, why? Because Kale and Khalifa, yada yada yada." Trunks and Goten do not get the benefits that Vegeta and Goku got when they go Super Saiyan. Like if you're doing it comparatively, like Trunks was using Super Saiyan as a crutch to be able to withstand the gravity because he couldn't do
Mm,
it without going
yes,
Super Saiyan.
yes,
Goten goes Super Saiyan and he can't even fly. Like he still has to learn how to
yes,
fly.
yes,
So that's what makes it good writing is they don't just get a power up and they get all the benefits that come with it. Whereas you see
yes.
Kaba, Kale, Caulifla, you Super Saiyan up the yin yang, they can fly, they've got all the powers, they can match Super Saiyan gods. No.
It's that whole anime shonen, but for probably toddlers mentality thing where you watch Sailor Moon, she transforms, and all of a sudden she knows how to use all these weapons, knows the techniques, you know what I'm saying? Like Power Rangers.
The
but
sailors are
that's
coming for us when you.
that's shoujo, and that's also magical.
Sorry, yeah,
Magic
I
girl
was actually
transformations.
thinking.
The
That's an
views of
entire
Mr. Extrudent are not shared by the Africa's Next podcast.
No,
I,
what I'm trying to say is, I was actually
look.
thinking of
This
Power Rangers, but
this
I just
this
mentioned Sailor Moon.
this ain't my channel. This ain't Holocaust, so I can speak on behalf of anything right now. So
I
I
was
just know Sailor Moon fans are going to be
okay.
very
Yeah,
upset.
look,
no, why not?
it's so shoujo. He's right. So shoujo basically means it's for female audiences.
Yeah,
Yes, but basically what I'm trying to say, maybe Sailor Moon is a bad example, but what I'm just trying to say is there's this thing in anime, not just in anime, but in a lot of stuff that we've been watching when we were kids, whether it's He-Man or what have you, where
mhm,
someone gets a power and all of a sudden they know all the techniques, they can summon all the weapons. There's certainly no martial
yeah,
arts.
yeah.
Out of the blue, you're like, how? It makes no sense.
I think the one that comes to mind for me is Kill La Kill. Like, girl, how have you come so good with the scissor?
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
my example definitely would be the Power Rangers because I was like, some of you guys were just people who rode motorbikes and like you were just chilling in a park somewhere or you were doing
Dude,
excavation. Now you're triple
The
spin
the
kicking.
the most the most oldest looking teenagers with attitude. I was like, those are supposed to be teenagers.
funny enough,
Yo,
the only real teenager in real life was Austin St. John, who played the Red Ranger. He was the youngest in the cast because he dropped out of high school, but he was the most experienced. He was like the real Robin of the group,
okay.
and he was the lead.
So, anyway, let's get back to the. Okay, I also realized there were other things that I missed out because this part was kind of plateauing. There was the he gets to the tournament starts. We also realized that okay, Gohan might have feelings for Videl, which made me sick to my stomach.
What?
Why?
Vidal is. I liked Vidal. I liked
Videl
Vidal.
is just Chi but two guys,
Yeah,
like 2.0.
when I'm looking back now, I'm thinking, and actually, it was a good match for. But in
In the moment,
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
Oh yeah,
I
I
Young
mean
get you.
B,
that
Young
was
B
fun.
was watching Gohan, the hero who killed Cell, fall in love with Hercule's daughter.
I get you. Like maybe
The
he should have
hell?
been with the blonde lady, né? The blonde girl that kind of looks like Bulma.
I don't care if he fell in love with a rock. Not, not that fraud. Out of all people,
And that guy became a billionaire from Gohan's
From
victory.
Gohan's win.
you know.
So I heard you, Videl. I'm the reason you went to a top school. I'm the reason you're wearing the clothes that you're wearing now.
You know.
I think that's part of the reason why she just kind of like like she completely just decides, especially after no, not maybe after the Popovich thing, maybe after the Popovich. But anyway, like just going back to
Oh no, that
Vidal. I mean,
that
Vidal was like handling business. It's not like
Yeah.
she couldn't do things. It's just that when in
Yes.
comparison to the Z fighters, it
Yes.
was not even like there was no contest. It was also fun to see Chi Chi and Vidal argue. It was nice to see Chi Chi get some of her
Same
own
person.
medicine.
The same
It
person. The same
was like,
person.
yeah, this is you when people want to save the world.
yes.
Well, this is you
Yes.
when the Cell Games is around the corner and you're like, Gohan must study. It's like, he's gonna blow up the planet.
I don't want to lie, guys. If I'm being completely honest, for me, this is my favorite version of Gohan. I know it's a controversial thing to say, but the way he was written, the way he was conducting himself, the way
Hmm.
he for me, I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking hey,
You know,
for me,
I can see why though. I understand why. I just have
yeah.
slight problems with
you,
the
Like
you
characterization.
as an older brother, as someone who has a sense of responsibility, you know that thing of
you're doing
you're
that.
tr-
Do,
you're help you're trying to help your mom forget that she's alone, that she's a widow. At the same
uh,
time, at the same time you're trying to save the world. At the same time you're trying to go to a
Yeah,
school.
he's basically pulling
Spider-Man.
he's pulling on your Spider-Man feelings right now because that's
Yeah,
what's going on.
yeah. It's a Spider-Man thing. So for
But
me, I don't know. I just really loved when he's teaching Goten how to fly and Videl as well. I just loved this guy, man. He didn't feel because Goku felt like sometimes you did feel like this guy's an idiot, but with Gohan, it's like he's not an idiot, right? And so there was a bit of a difference in how this character is carrying the story, as opposed to how Goku used to carry the story.
okay, I see that.
Yeah.
I'm also choosing to respect your opinion. You know, like that. There's that meme. That's my opinion. So, I'm taking that into respect. And like, okay, it's your opinion. Let me.
Yes, yes.
uh, Debs, are you there?
You're breaking.
It's for me. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Oh, is it me?
There you go. There you go.
Is it? Am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Elon heard you at the con today. He heard you talking again.
Yay! I like trying to
Please
keep my
repeat what
mouth
you just said.
shut.
Please repeat what you just said.
I was saying Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is still the GOAT for me. I mean, I'm
Mm,
sorry.
for good reason.
That's when potential was finally met. That's what I look for. That's when I picture Gohan at his best is Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I'm going to kill you, Sal. I'm sick and tired of this madness.
Mm.
Adult Gohan, I get what you're explaining. There's a whole lot of I'm trying to become a responsible adult. I have to think about studies. I have to think about
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I definitely see why I definitely see why people
okay.
would like adult Gohan, I guess. That's what we're gonna call him,
Sorry.
I guess, for the sake of the discussion. No worries. My only thing is that it just didn't make sense to me that he didn't train. And like people go, he's not a fighter, yada yada. But it's just
Just
like
I'll summarize it with a simple sentence. Just because you're not a fighter does not take away from your duties of having to protect.
It's that Professor Xavier thing. Even though he's a pacifist, he still has the danger room.
There's still the
So
danger room.
yeah,
There's still Cerebro. For a pacifist, Cerebro is a very, very dangerous weapon.
powerful weapon. Yeah,
I'm so sorry. The fact that
right.
you have the world census of every single powerful the Xavier protocols is so sensitive that he needs to keep it in lock and key because of just how powerful the information is. He
And he
knows
has the
every
X-Men.
single he knows every single mutant and how powerful they are because of Cerebro.
Yes, and
We
he formed the X-Men. That should tell you everything you need to know.
we really need to do a deep dive on certain characters because this is yeah.
Yeah,
no, I mean Xavier is a mixed bag for me, but yeah, that's the whole thing. It's just like when people said that Gohan wouldn't be training, I'm just like I don't
Yeah.
understand the circumstances because he knows that somebody will fall out of the sky. It's going like something will happen, and it's just like, and people will be like, "Well, he can't study and train." I'm like, if people can do it in real life, I'm very sure they can do it in Dragon Ball Z. Like he can
you're
literally
right.
just visit the hyperbolic
The
time
time
chamber for a
chamber.
day and then just come out and take his books in there with him if he must. Then he can train and study and
Or
then come
even
out.
have it so like every single one of the Z fighters trains him in a specific issue or a
Yes,
specific
that's why
technique,
I
right?
was saying that for me, it would have made sense if Vegeta and Piccolo were his
Yeah.
mentors, because those two, even though like they have different character personalities, and they would have had different ways of training him, different methods of
Okay.
training.
Before we close, I just it's a sidestep, but I still need to give a praise to one of the best things that actually happened in this arc. My boy Krillin. Well done.
Ah,
Well done. You know what? You deserved it. You deserve to have a wife and kids. Oh God, no. Oh, after
Yeah,
everything that's happened since the Saiyan Arc, this is you just taking back a much deserved W because I mean you got your plot armor smacked out of you, but you didn't stay down. You just kept coming back for
he has the hottest woman in all of DBZ.
and do you know how many I've lost count of how many guys have been fanboying. I think I saw a guy who was cosplaying as Android 19 by 17 by the way. It was like,
Oh
Oh,
no.
I was gonna be like 19. Nobody cosplays as 19.
well, we should get but then how many tall redheads do we know?
No, that's
No,
16.
that's
I'm
16.
talking about
19,
the big.
19
I'm
is the
Oh,
guy
talking
with the
about
cap.
oh,
the big fat dude.
okay, I just inverted the numbers. Leave me and my
Mm.
dyslexia, ne?
Oh, 19 is
Ah,
the fat dude, ne? You're
Yeah.
yeah.
right. Yeah.
So no, 17 and 18 were like some. I saw people were cosplaying that at the Comic Con today. I didn't have time to go say hi, but anyway, um, so he got so. I mean, 18 is beautiful, and I have lost count of the amount of short kings who have a crush on 18.
And she's level-headed, man. That
And she's
helps.
powerful.
Yes.
If Vegeta were to try something, it's not going to be a one-all fight.
Mm.
I mean, now he'd crush her, but like at this point in the story, he would.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would, but
Yeah.
Until you get to the retcon of Dragon Ball Super, but that's another mixed bag for another day. All right, so let's get into this whole what's this tournament scenario and
Sure.
everything. I think that would be a good place to start jumping into. So, from what I remember, right? I think Gohan and Goten, they're just training in. Oh no! I think Chi Chi says that they need money. I think something like that.
she
And
only agreed to the tournament when she found out how much money you're gonna make.
Which still
which I'm
doesn't
just
make
like, what's
sense.
happening to King
The
Yama?
whole time she was yelling at Gohan, like, "You ain't no way you're joining this tournament. You're never gonna do it. What?" And they're like, "But mom, the prize money is this much. And with this prize, that's a master's degree money. You could get up here. You can you can study for a master's degree with that money." And I
Which
was like,
that's
"Are
where
you?"
I'm just like, why were you trading Goten? What the how
That
yeah.
doesn't make sense because first of all, Chi-Chi is rich. Ox King is filthy rich
Yeah,
still.
that's one of those retcons. I'm thinking Chi ain't poor. They're pretending, but we were. But of course, Akira forgot that
I get I needed a reason for Gohan to
to
enter the
go.
tournament because he's not Goku, like I said. Goku would have gone without without
He
a
would have
second thought.
Goku would have been training without her. Goku would have signed up for the tournament,
Yes.
No,
and
I
to
think
prove
what he would have done is probably he would have been like, but there's gonna be strong guys there. Come on, let me go.
and to prove that Goku doesn't care about whether to go into the tournament or not, this man decided to reach the afterlife
Ah,
Dude, dude.
to take part in the combat. I'm sorry. If you could have done this okay, true. There's a caveat. Can only last for a certain period of time. We get it. Fine, but my guy.
And he was so confident that he would have probably bodied a lot of people within 24 hours.
He had to come back from the dead just to prove that he's the strongest in the world. I was like what?
But
This
guys,
is
can we talk about how effective, or rather how King Kai is probably the best trainer that Goku has? Because ever
yeah, he's
since
better than
Goku
Roshi.
trained, yes, ever since Goku trained after under King Kai, yo, he's been a
oh
brilliant
my
fighter.
goodness, we forgot to talk about the PyCon and
Oh,
the
Oh, but
the
that's
after
filler
world
filler.
level.
tournament.
But
I heard it was filler as well, and I was like, because he uses Kaioken and Super Saiyan
It's the
in that
only
mm,
time,
fight.
the only
mm,
time known Super K and he takes on PyCon, who was
before
like, oh,
Super, yeah,
who was like, oh wow, this is such a good technique, and then never became a character of value ever again.
because his canon is not canon.
But I did enjoy that afterlife tournament because it's
Mm.
the reason they even had the contest in the afterworld in the first place. It was like, you're gonna celebrate the death of King Kai. I was like,
And we
the
got
audacity.
introduced to the grand, was it the Grand Kai?
The Grand Kai, the most useless
Mm.
of them all.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the other thing about the afterlife of DBZ. It just feels like it's just a Isan. Like you just have a halo, but you just conduct your life like it's normal.
But
mm,
but I think it's important to highlight that there is a planet of the Grand Kais because we'll get to that later on in this arc. Because even though it may not be canon, that afterlife place.
the
Mm.
Grand Kai is the one with that had the boombox, right?
Yes, and
Yeah.
the bomber's car that King Kai was busy drooling over.
That's why I'm just like, Akira, why didn't you canonize this? Like, you should just go canonize all the filler.
Yeah,
Just canonize all of it.
some of the filler. There's some fillers that we can do without. Let's be honest.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, to be fair,
I mean,
yeah.
like Garlic Junior. The second time, I was like, guys, you're already in the dead zone. Why? Why?
I don't. No, for me, canonize that because Gohan was dope.
But
Fighting
Gohan,
Spice and who are those other guys?
yeah,
Spice and
and then he was fighting against Evil Piccolo, and he was taking so many hits. It was like, come on, Gohan, come on, Gohan, no.
No, I mean, actually, he still had his issues of freezing up when he had to fight. When he had to
No,
fight his friends.
the only time he snapped is when he knocked him into the dead zone again.
No, there's two times. There's the one where he kills the two henchmen in like a very dope scene where he like blasts both of them to go save Krillin.
Hmm.
I thought that was dope. But
Okay,
anyway,
let's come
okay,
back. You're coming back.
we'll
You
agree
come.
to disagree. But anyway,
Yes.
so tournament is starting. Goku, says what's up to everybody and
Finally
Meets
meets
everything.
his
I'm
Goten
son.
gonna,
for the first time. That was
yeah,
cool.
me. Well, I mean, if we're talking about fathers, at least he's hugging his child on site. It took Vegeta 8 years.
You know,
And you know what? That was a touching scene because apart from the fact that Goten was shy and all of that, and you know how kids are, you're shy now, but once you get comfortable to be with someone, you're just like, okay, like father, like son, goof troop moment. But just that line where where Chichi says, I missed you, Goku, and he's like, I missed you too, Chichi. Man, like, that was a
Oh
touching
no, but
scene.
if you go to the Japanese, they're probably just
yeah,
gonna be
somebody's gonna.
saying,
I'm waiting for
are you?
somebody to talk.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I
Where
missed
my
you, Goku.
sandwich?
Where's the food?
No, but I
Because
Yeah,
think,
Goku doesn't care about Chi Chi or Gohan or whatever. He
yeah.
just wants to fight strong guys or whatever.
But I think, in as much as we like praising Sean Schemmel for his Kamehameha sounds or whatever, or telling Frieza that he's the hope for good,
yes, and all that.
evil to you, and moments where he's with Chi Chi for me, like those subtle moments, those moments of peace, those they hit the hardest for me.
And then, of course, we also have to talk about. Okay, I'm segueing here once again. I think the fatigue is getting to me because I wanted to add something about the Chichi and Goku relationship.
Mhm.
It's right there in the tip of my tongue. Come on. Oh no, the Chichi was also a warrior in her own right.
Yes,
Mm.
yes.
Yeah,
I mean, she
cause
trained Goten, and Goten
so
became a Super Saiyan.
yeah, so you
We
know
don't say that enough.
she cried her eyes out when she saw him turn into a Super Saiyan, but still,
Not another one.
it's like no, like
What did you think was gonna happen? And I'm just like, why are you taking this approach with Goten, but then you're not even letting Gohan train or join a tournament or anything?
that Gohan is her firstborn. That's her baby. This
Also,
one
I
is the
I could be reaching, ne? I could be reaching. But think about it, guys. If there's a child that looks exactly like your dead husband, the only thing that can relate with this child is to do exactly what that your late husband used to do.
and
Gohan looks like Goku in the face. Come on.
No, but like Goten is like the spitting image of Goku, though.
with the nasty ass hair.
You know. So obviously, for me, I feel like maybe that's how she was
Which brings me to my next
coping
point.
or
Because
mourning. I don't
no,
know.
no, no, go ten. He's not a full-blooded Saiyan, so his hair keeps growing,
Right.
right?
Right.
Which means she deliberately cut that hair like that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No, this is where I have beef with Chichi sometimes. I'm just like, you can't tell me that you don't like fighting, people mustn't fight, yada yada yada, your son, what. But then you train Goten on the side and you make him a Super Saiyan. Now, wow, what's the difference here? And why can't Gohan be a scholar and be a warrior? It's not that difficult.
We'll never know. See,
Yeah. We don't understand what Akira was thinking there.
Anyway.
like I said, this is the part where the writing starts going waffly, and
I mean,
Mm.
then
there's still great moments though. Like
yeah,
let's not,
and
yeah.
there are also
No, definitely.
great comedic moments. I mean, there's the part where Gohan asks everyone to hold their powers that strength testing kit, and you see the most flexiest thing they have ever done. You'd expect them to like, oh, try and look like they're hitting it with all their might, and then you just see, go, 18 finger, da.
No, Vegeta was my
Vegeta
favorite
was like,
because he was like, I'm not doing this.
and then they have to spend time
Broke
waiting,
that thing on purpose.
and then they have to spend time. Poor Gohan had to wait on the line while the tournament was happening because of that. We get it. That was hilarious. And then, oh, of course, we got the Supreme Kai who showed out of nowhere.
No. Before we get Supreme Kai, then I don't know. I think Videl gets a haircut or
Yeah.
whatever.
Still don't
Because
get why she did that. I liked
Yep.
Videl way
no,
more.
I think
before the haircut.
the thing is because Akira sometimes he wants to be practical and then sometimes he just throws it out the window. So in his logic, he's thinking that if our hair is long, it can be grabbed and all of that stuff. I think
Which
even
is
Gohan, I
this is
think even Gohan
exactly
makes
what
a
Gohan said.
suggestion.
What Gohan tells, what's her name?
Videl,
Videl.
And then
yeah,
Videl, no, snip.
You
I
look
think yeah.
better with shorter hair. She actually cuts it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was because with fighting, so he can be practical. But then you're just like, Akira, you're the same guy that makes people scream and then their hair changes. Why are we talking about practicality?
And despite that, Gohan for the longest time had long hair. So
Yeah. No, I mean to be fair, when they're in the chamber, Goku's like, if I let it grow any longer, I'm gonna lose you in there, so let me cut it.
Yeah.
Or
but
whatever.
he didn't say, let me cut it so that Cell doesn't grab your hair. You know what I'm saying?
Grab you by the hair. Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe it's different with saying hair. But anyway, yeah, and then we get one of the most brutal. Wait, I
Ooh.
mean, no, wait, do Goten and Trunks fight before that?
It's
I
before.
think they do. Yeah, I think they do. So let's talk
Yeah,
about that
let's
first
talk about
before
that. Yeah.
we
So
get.
okay, before we get into it, I just want to say that I think Akira created Goten because he probably at that time didn't have intentions of showing Goku at all. And also, people were already in love with Trunks. So even though this was not the Trunks that we had as in future Trunks, he still had to make this new kid Trunks cool, like future Trunks. So I just wanted to put that out there from my perspective before we get into this, right?
Yeah, I mean, the tournament bracket is some of the hilarious stuff where they have to fight because that's when you get to see the difference in parenting. Like Goten is just pushing people out of the ring. Trunks is straight boxing, like they have power levels. Like that one kid that he kicks with the combination. And it's just like, how did you not break that kid's legs, my guy?
Yeah, but also I feel like
Sorry, Devilla, what were you saying?
we can't hear you anymore.
Hello?
There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
Yeah. Okay, how is that kid not dead? I have no idea.
How are all of them not dead? Trunks
You
was
know?
just
You
And
know which kid I was curious to see, like what happened to him. You remember that kid who cried? He had a snot and he was fighting like this, and he won actually because he pushed the opponent out of the ring by just.
no, I think he fights Goten and I think Goten just pushes him out the ring.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Something like that happened.
There are so many fights, and then we get to the final. We get to see them saying, even especially after Gohan said, "Don't use any waiver text. You might hurt people." Waiver text for who? Restrictions for what? I will direct the key blast out of the ray, but I will use all these key blasts on my arch nemesis.
So
I,
basically, Vegeta and Trunks don't listen to anything Gohan is saying.
Yeah,
Basically,
no, but also Goten doesn't listen
Goes also
either because
Goten.
he also sharpers a Kamehameha.
It's like,
oh
I
yeah.
love
how does
like a bridge came back recently, which was
yeah?
funny.
And then they're like, how did that work? So it doesn't matter if you say
You
it wrong.
say it or not.
You
So
know why
why did
bother
you say
saying
it
it?
then?
And then Gohan is like, because it's cool. He's not wrong.
Well, it's not wrong. That's true.
It's not wrong. Yeah.
And there was another thing that I wanted to add. That Gohan specifically told them, don't transform to Super Saiyan. For what? Millisecond Super Saiyan transformations.
But Trunks was so cocky. Eh? It's like I'm gonna fight you with one hand.
Trunks is his father's son.
I think I think maybe not that Vegeta trained him. I think Trunks had to figure himself out. I think the reason why they were kind of evenly matched is because Trunks was training under like heavy gravity, but he wasn't receiving teaching.
No,
Whereas
Vegeta was explicitly chosen to train him because he said, "Can Kakarot's boy transform as well?" It's like, yes. Who's stronger? I am. I'm a little stronger because I'm older and I can fly. And he immediately thought, "Ain't no way."
yeah.
But also
I'm gonna
that logic is also flawed. Vegeta's older than Goku,
way older.
but
No, he's not
Goku's
way
stronger.
older.
Yeah, I
Goku
think
was
it is
a
like
baby.
8 years. I think he was
No,
like
I
8 years
think no,
older.
they were both chill. Like I
No,
think
No,
no.
how old was
When?
Vegeta was like maybe 8, 9.
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
If you think about it, when Frieza arrived, that time where he was even sitting on his dad's throne and whatever, Vegeta
Yeah, but
was
Cat was wait. King right. Because what's this? Like I don't think it's an 8 year difference though. I think it may be a 5 year difference. Maybe he was 5 years old or somewhere there.
maybe,
Oh,
but he was still a
yeah,
couple of
because
years
I
old.
I think I know he was a kid,
he
but I
was a
don't think
kid.
like the difference was that big.
He was a kid in Frieza's ship while Frieza was blowing up
Hmm.
the planet,
Uh,
and it
So
was
my point is that logic that Trunks is being a bit older than Goten. I mean, I ran with it for the longest time, but now as we're speaking about it,
Hmm.
I realize that it's
But
a
I
flawed mentality.
and it's a flawed mentality coming from a kid, so we can give that a free pass. It was a kid
Oh,
trying to
okay.
justify why he's stronger than
but
his,
what I'm saying
his
though is
best
that
friend.
like there wasn't a big gap between the two of them
Yeah,
No, no,
because
no, 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 no.
there's a little gap, and Vegeta was like, "Hey, no, you're gonna leave it as a little gap. I want." So that's when it's like, "I'm going to train this child," and then
yeah, but I'm saying like Trunks didn't dominate in that fight. Like I'm saying that Goten received better instruction
yes,
because like I think he compensated through technique and all of that
mm,
stuff because Trunks maybe had a bit more raw power, but like Vegeta wasn't like an instructor in the sense where he was going to be teaching Trunks how to fight.
But
yeah,
also Goten was having fun. If you really looked at it,
yeah.
it's like Goten was like, I'm with my peer, I'm having fun. I don't really care about this tournament thing and money. I
We're
just want to
gonna
have
fight.
fun. Am I gonna get you to use both hands? That's what he was not really focusing on.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they promised him a toy or something, and he was like, "Yeah, I want the toy" or something like
Yeah.
that.
Mm.
I mean, if he had really taken that fight seriously, I think it could have turned out different.
It could have been a longer fight, a much
Yes.
Mm,
longer fight, but it
But it
was
was an interesting fight. To be quite honest with you, there's the fact that they were punching each other at the same time. That
mm,
whole
mm.
that was amazing. And when they would fight until everybody's like,
Like,
"What's that?"
that's why I was looking at Gohan. I was just like, bro, you expected these people just to be like normal martial artists, like
How?
they were just gonna stand there in the
uh,
tournament and just enjoy. And
oh,
also, I'm like,
okay.
do you not know your dad's history? Him and Piccolo blew up the ring, so everybody here is used to weird stuff happening at these tournaments.
Not just Piccolo, even Tien. What happened
Mm.
with the Kikoho? What happened to the ring after the Kikoho? It was gone.
Right,
So
right.
the commentator is the only one who knew the deal, what the deal was, because you look at Goten's like, this one,
Oh, this
Yeah.
is Goku. This is Goku's child.
this one it looks like that child. And we have wanted to add something very interesting. Oh yeah, that to show just how much they were only just there for the okay, censor myself. They're here to fight for them to have a good time and nothing else. Is the fact that they also wanted to go into the adult tournament because like they didn't get that itch scratched of a good
Mm.
fight. It's like why can't you take part in the grown-ups then?
But then it makes me wonder, does that mean that they both didn't really get their itch scratched from each other?
Yeah, because they were playing.
I mean, again, the way Goten loses, he was upset because it was just like
A technicality.
yeah, it was a
Mm,
technicality.
Mm.
Whereas
mm.
I'm sure they wanted to go like full on, all out. and all of that stuff. Like
Goten,
Goten, I think he was upset that he lost via ring out, and then they promised him a toy, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
Right.
I mean, they could have just. Goten was seriously tempted to pull a cell and blow up the ring so that they can fight anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like the whole planet is also. Let's just say the last person standing wins the game now. Like, and then somewhere Gohan and Gohan and Vegeta would have a heart attack. Like,
Mm, mm.
so no, it was a good entertaining fight, and then it leads to the main tournament where we see what you're about to describe. So
But
let's
Right.
before
take
we
the
go there,
yeah.
I just want to say, do you guys remember Vegeta's grin when Trunks wins? He looks at
Oh,
Goku.
yeah,
Oh,
that
like
was
the
the
thing
entire
is, he was like flexing. He was flexing like it was his fight.
yeah.
My
I
man.
thought he was like, yeah, you can see your son is weaker than mine. Mwah.
Better try next time, Kakarot. Goku's like, okay,
I
like,
it's
And then Goku's like, that was an awesome fight. They are
yeah, try
very
it, yeah.
yeah.
I'm proud of you, son.
I like what how they make the fun of that in the Abridged series because there was a time where Vegeta came out of the time chamber during the Cell arc and he was busy going blah 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 Prince of Hussein blah 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 and I've become the most powerful warrior at last Kakarot I am stronger than you and Goku just goes like neat
Whatever.
like
Yeah.
neat fuck you you see very quickly that the things that are important to Vegeta aren't really important to Goku.
Yeah.
And it also translates to Gohan. Like Vegeta never stopped training. He never stopped because OCD. But Gohan, his priorities, like I said, though weren't translated well, just to protect. So
But
we,
also, what can Vegeta do? I mean, at least Gohan had the school thing to keep him busy. What can Vegeta do all
he,
day apart from training?
he could have taken a spaceship and become the new Lord of the Galaxy. What was stopping him? He tried to do that stunt before. What stopped him
Nah,
now?
I think like I mean he also could have gotten a job if he wanted. I mean, not that he needed one, I
As
guess.
what?
Uh,
Imagine Bulma trying to tell Vegeta to go get a job. How is that conversation gonna end up?
yeah.
I mean, he tried telling Yamcha that many years ago, and yeah, he kind of worked. But Yamcha's a beta male, quote unquote. Yamcha's beta.
Just a side note, that beta alpha male doesn't make sense. Because in development, the alpha stage is the beginning. Beta is when people can actually start testing the game. So it should be beta male is the top and alpha male is
I,
the bottom.
but at the same time,
Don't they use that whole wolf thing?
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
which was
yeah.
debunked by the same people who. If it's debunked by the same guy who came up with, why are you still holding on to that terminology? Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's not go into. We are not going to fall into the disease of the
Red Pill Gang.
red pill gang. Okay, I was about to say the adult male podcasters. We are
Uh,
we are adults, but we're not going to fall into that disease. We
I
are going.
mean, you have the glasses and the lighting. Every time those guys are like, you see, the problem with the modern woman is,
You know, if she does not bow before you when you enter the house, she's not the one.
yeah, if she's
She
not
must kneel.
submissive, if
I
she's
feel
not
like
submissive to your
you know,
male masculine power. Anyway,
those
sorry.
people shouldn't have called themselves the Red Pill Gang. They should have called themselves the Vegetants or something, because that's some Vegeta spewing Vegeta.
Nah. Okay, look. I may hate Vegeta. Vegeta's a bitch, but still, Vegeta. The one thing that we can admit about Vegeta is that he respects his woman.
Yeah, no, we said this before actually.
So I
We said this before in the
There's a particular moment in this arc where we have to contradict that particular statement, but we'll get there next week.
yes, we'll get there next week. Yeah, true.
okay. Any takeaways before we close?
Oh no, we can't.
No, we gotta talk. We gotta talk.
We're gonna talk about that.
Popovich. We gotta talk Popovich
Oh god,
because
that
And also the Hercule versus Android 18 thing.
yeah, okay. I mean, we can. The biggest thing I think that happens is Popovich because Popovich is the one that introduces the whole Majin concept and
Yes.
everything, and that's when we see the Supreme Kai, which those titles mean nothing because I'm like, you guys are so
There's nothing
useless.
supreme about
What
that
Yeah.
guy.
is the only time you notice that there's something up with this guy is that the moment he entered the tournament, Piccolo stepped out.
Piccolo is the only reason that we were so fascinated by that character.
Yeah, that's the
By
only.
how he
And
was
and
revered.
and when you look at it in retrospect, first off, you were just like, "Why are you stepping out Piccolo? That doesn't make sense." I'm like, this is supposed to be Akira's favorite character, but now he's stepping out for some rando.
Like,
Like,
like Kami decided to like, fam. Like, I know I've been silent in your head for years, but you, fam,
mm,
fam. You see that man? You see that man right there? You see him? You see that man? That ain't no ordinary man. That man, my man. That man, my man. He is the supreme Kai. He is the supreme Kai, my man. So what you're gonna do, my man? You're gonna do. You're gonna do your due
That's so
diligence,
funny.
all right? You're gonna
That's
do
so
your due
funny.
diligence and gonna step away right now, my man, because you're not gonna fight this man.
and then he has one move where he freezes people, and then that's it. And it's just like, ah.
And
The
he can read
fight.
minds.
He can read minds. He had this awesome fight with. Okay, yeah. When you watch Vidal. Okay, that ass whipping. It's hard to describe. I haven't seen such a thorough
But
beatdown.
guys, where was Supreme Kai
Where was
during the
the
Cell arc?
referee?
Where
Where
was he
was
during
like?
the Saiyan arc? Where was Supreme Kai all along?
Supreme Kai was like, "This is beneath my notice. The only thing I care about is that M
Is
symbol.
Majin
Is
If I
Buu?
Boo.
see that if I see that M symbol, then I enter. Until I see that M, I don't care. Blow up the earth if you have to. It's all right. Blow up the universe. Who cares?
Speaking of which, just another side note. When people say, "How did Goku learn how to read minds?" I think it's kind of a common thing in Dragon Ball, just in general. So I think either because Korin can do it, Master Roshi can do it. So I think somewhere there, Goku just picked up
Okay.
the skill and then
Oh,
he just learned how to do it. Because
now
I'm
now
watching Dragon Ball and I was like, so many people can read minds here. And Koran does it to Goku, and as per tradition, Goku sees a move one time, and
yeah,
apparently he can do it.
The original copy I Ninja.
yeah,
Yeah.
copycat. The copycat Sharingan.
Mm.
I wonder if that's how Masashi came up with Kakashi, because he even has
It
the
must be.
spike coif hair and
It
everything.
must be. It has
Probably,
to be. It
probably,
has to be.
bro.
Honest to God.
Probably.
Anyway, so we see that beat down. We see the margin. We see Gohan lose his composure.
I thought he was gonna hit a Super Saiyan 2 in there. I was expecting a Super
Yeah.
Saiyan 2 in there.
Didn't
And
didn't you
and
go Super Saiyan 2 because his hair that ain't normal Super Saiyan hair. That was like super spiky. That one like that's two. He went two,
Like,
right?
yeah, yeah, that's when you get to see the old shades of Gohan where you're just like, yeah,
Yeah,
where
that's
was
not
this guy?
yeah, that's and then Goku was busy saying calm down. I was like, Goku, you're gonna have to use the same calm down method you used when you was going after Piccolo.
meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta keep staring at each other like, dude, do you see what's happening? Dude, I see what's happening. Do you see what's happening?
Yeah.
Right.
Dude,
Hey,
dude, dude,
dude,
dude.
Because
dude.
Popovich was dead. Had Gohan got his hands on Popovich, Popovich was dead.
On
Like
stage in front of everyone.
there
Mm,
was there was no saving him. Because that's
yeah.
the other thing about Gohan. Gohan is this nice guy, but as soon as that power gets to his head, he's
The
the worst of the Saiyans.
he's
I
like
think at this
he's like
point,
the Incredible Hulk without any morals. If he snaps, you are dead.
it is basically established that these two are unofficially dating.
Yeah, because
Because that's my
that's not.
girlfriend. That's my girlfriend over.
Don't you touch my girl.
No, I Popovich was so lucky that Akira forgot about him and just wrote him off to the side in Yana, like it was just a thing that people got to see.
You
Because
And
know,
had Gohan gotten him, woo,
now that I
hey,
think about it, Spopovich actually got what he wanted from Videl and Gohan.
yeah, that's what makes me even more pissed off. It's like, okay, so then you see all this power, and then you freeze him suddenly, so that they can absorb all his ki, and you imagine that they got disqualified. You saw the man who violated your girl come and then suck up all your energy. Okay, well, absorb all of your energy.
Okay, yeah. I heard that. I heard that. I heard that.
we
Look,
all
guys,
did.
I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Okay, I am tired. I'm not gonna. This is gonna be a clip because, like, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it has to be. It has to be a
Forgive me.
clip.
So he absorbs this person, he absorbs your energy and flies off, and you still don't have beef.
Ah, dog, me, I would have fetched him.
It
Yeah,
it would
I
have
would
been
have.
on site. I don't care what Supreme Car's like. Oh look, we're just gonna check him to this building, and the moment he
No,
landed
actually,
there,
I'd also have hands for Supreme Kai because Supreme Kai helped this guy take my energy. So now we also have to talk. Ah, Munna, din sang mo.
you. Why
But
why wasn't I part of this plan? I could have played dead if I knew
can
that
we
there was a strategy.
can we also talk about how this tournament never really happened?
No.
Because especially the adult one, because there's so many fights that we were looking forward to that never happened.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
I
that
mean,
sucks.
I mean, I love that interaction where they're all eating and Goku's like full and he's like, oh man, please, whatever you do, don't punch me in the gut. And Vegeta's like, the first thing I'm going to do is punch you in the gut.
yes. And we also see that there are so many fights. I mean, it was ultimately won with 18-1. Oh, well, 18
Ah,
through the match.
right, right,
Oh
right, right.
well, 18 basically beat those kids
Yeah,
pretending to be one adult who was, I guess,
it was the
disfigured.
most. It was the most.
Wasn't that Goten and Trunks like they
It
tried
was.
to?
It
Oh,
was. Mm. 18 defeats them, and then basically Hercule negotiates with 18.
I like how they figure it out. She figures it out. Okay, good. These two people. These are two
Mm.
people, and then the way she knocks them down, and they're like, "Let's swap places." Then you just see the legs go in, go on top. Like, okay, I'm on top now, and then they go up, and then they fight. Is like, and then you can see Goten is just holding, was just holding Trunks up, and she was busy punching, and she was blocking all those punches. It's like, help me, and I was like, why? Okay, if you help me, I'll give you another toy. Okay, yay! And you just see he starts kicking at the same time. And then she finally figures out, okay, there are two little boy Saiyans in disguise here. She uses
Mhm.
Krillin's destructor disc to cut through the disguise, only to get Chi-Chi and Bulma to come yell at them, and then that's when they fly off. Ta-da! She won the tournament.
Yes,
Then she was supposed to go fight against the reigning champion, Mr. Hercule,
right.
of which she throws the match for money because she, unlike Chi-Chi, who
mm.
actually has money, 18 doesn't, and
Krillin is broke.
Krillin is broke and they're living in Kami house.
They're living in Master Roshi's house, bro.
I mean, imagine living in Master Roshi's house. A man who should be on his own
A
watch list.
perv, bro.
A watch list, and then you have a daughter. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I would have moved out so fast.
yeah. No, like in Z, he's actually toned down. Like in Z, I think Akira realized how wilding Roshi was because when I was watching Dragon Ball, I was like, yo, this guy was just wilding.
I know.
In Z, there's a lot. There are a lot of scenes that were cut out of
Yeah.
Master Roshi Wild. Trust
Because
me.
like in Dragon Ball, he literally takes a shrinking device from Bulma just to watch Launch go to the shower. I was like, yo, Akira, what was happening? And then also, when you realize Bulma was 16, you were like, you, Roshi. What?
She's busy wearing Playboy costumes, and
With the
that's
bunny
crazy.
ears and everything.
No, costuming is one thing. It's when she flashes Roshi where I was just like, okay, what? And where Roshi is like, I want you to walk around with me on my island. And I was just like, bruh, you're like 90,000 years old and
And then
this girl is
this is a
16.
child.
Yeah.
So yeah, so imagine how 18 would feel living in a house with that man.
I think Roshi be dead.
Yeah, no, he wasn't gonna make it.
I think the only reason he's behaving is because that's how powerful 18 is. I think that's all. 18 is his rehab. That's what put him off. Finally got his act together because he said, if you try anything, if you try, so help you God. He saw my energy does not run out, Roshi. My key does not. It does not end.
And you
I will-
cannot sense. You will never be able to sense me wherever I
you may
am.
you may have taken you may have taken from the fortune of youth and may not be able to die, may not be able to die whatever you think you are, but I'll trust me, you'll find out how quickly you are mortal compared to me, by the way.
Mm.
Is that why
Your
Roshi doesn't
sister,
age?
Yeah,
Yeah, you remember his sister's Baba, right?
Yeah, Baba, yeah.
Mm.
So he's over 100 and something years old, I think.
He has to be because he was old in Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Mhm.
He's also a good master, but yeah,
he's a good master, but a terrible man.
yeah. I mean, like when people want to point to Jiraiya, they're like, "Oh, Jiraiya." It's like Jiraiya wasn't like touching people at least.
Jiraiya was tame compared to Roshi. Jiraiya was the textbook definition of a Vierism enthusiast.
But also,
He just wants to watch.
someone who's low key, like extremely low key, is Kakashi, bro. Because he
Like,
was reading those novels. Like,
yeah,
Oh yeah. Etchy tactics. We'll get to that when we talk Naruto.
look,
Is there
look,
anything else that we're
it's
missing from this tournament art?
October is South African Pride Month. I've got some flames for you because the things I'm going to be talking about and the evidence I'm going to bring next month when it comes to Kakashi. So anyway,
I don't think there's anything significant that we have left.
we left out okay the Hercule Super Punch that
Oh,
That
made
didn't do
effect.
anything.
when he
I mean,
hit that bag as hard as he can, and everybody's
like
like, "Oh."
and then you just see 18 and go like, is that all you've got? Like, yes, ma'am, that's all I have.
And I think also, I think Vidal started realizing, even though they never really touched on it. Okay, they did touch on it, but I think that's when Vidal started realizing my dad ain't worth a damn. Like
My
Well,
dad is
this
God.
guy just gave me
I
a sense of being, and it's like I didn't even fight Smokovich.
Bana. Well, after that, that's Vidal got humbled. Have you noticed that the bass in her voice left after that beatdown? After that beatdown, she just
She
knew
became a
her.
completely different character.
She became the side character she was always meant to be. Like, there you go,
Yeah.
Ufidit. That's what happened.
You know what should have happened? Tien
No.
and Yamcha should have been like, "Oh, you can join us now."
Yeah, come sit down.
Yeah, this is our
No,
group.
You
no,
and V
no,
named characters, you and any characters where the name starts with V, you just have some beef of sorts.
I do not. I'm just saying, with regards to Vidal, I'm just saying what it is. Look at what happened. What significant thing did she do after that ass whipping?
She became a damsel in distress, the love interest. That's it.
That's it. She's like, guys, I'm out. I think like the in their big series what 18 16 says, since you beings recover physical damage, emotional damage will require therapy.
I
That's
mean,
Vidal. She
there's
like
even a part where, which we'll probably touch in on the next episode, where Vidal is catching up. She's flying with Gohan and everybody else, and Gohan is like, "Dude, you need to just go back. You just need to
man,
go back."
she's the one who volunteered. Like, guys, I can't keep up, so we need to go back. You guys can go ahead. I'll just head
Oh
back.
yeah, because Gohan was slowing down for her, right?
Yeah, and then Gon's like, okay, cool, bye.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I mean, they have that nice conversation. We'll end it there, but like they have that nice conversation where she figures out that he was the Golden Warrior.
Yeah, the
Well,
hero.
the thing is, Gohan exposes himself almost
I
immediately at the tournament. He's like, "Oh, he's the Saiyan, he's the Golden Warrior." Is
I
like
believe I
yo,
believe the term they used was the hero that killed Cell.
yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
just like, you put so much work into this secret identity just to expose yourself one time as the
He
whole shebang.
he pulled a Tony Stark. Like what?
But guys, also, had Gohan been training all this time, and Spopovich and Yamu actually sucked all that power, geez, that would have been something.
That would have been something.
No, but like I don't think they would have been able to hold him. Like I think part
Oh
of the reason
yeah,
why they could hold him is because Gohan was technically out of shape.
Yeah.
right.
If he
Right.
was training the entire time and he maintained his Super Saiyan 2 powers and like expanded beyond that and everything, they wouldn't have been able to hold him. It would have been game over immediately.
That's
Mm.
true.
And Spopovich would be dead. Like, like Gohan would have pulled a Cell Junior and just decapitated him in the middle of the stage.
Boo.
So basically, his fight with Kabito would have ended in seconds. and Spopovich and Yamu also would have been. So he would have like
I,
bodied 3 people in less than 5 minutes.
I, I also think, you know what, ever since you brought up the scenario about how what would happen if Goku had become Super Saiyan and snapped after he killed Frieza, the mind also crossed my mind about what would happen if Gohan, the exact same thing happened with Gohan, where Gohan snaps, kills Cell, and now he's the problem.
He's unstoppable.
Who's going to stop Gohan? Now Goku has to be the man who puts down the thing that he created. It would have been a very interesting and very dark
It would have been amazing. I don't want to lie. It would have been possibly one of the best storylines ever in all of anime.
But that's a story for another time in another universe in another timeline.
What if episode?
It's a what if.
A what if episode.
It's a what if episode. I don't have the Flash on speed dial, or as now the game is officially out, I don't have Lord Liu Kang on speed dial so that you can start a new timeline. So,
Mortal Kombat 1. We're like, what?
Yeah, you know what? The gameplay story mode was really well fleshed out.
The story mode. I need to watch it because people are saying it's the most convoluted nonsense they've ever seen.
You still have to make money from these games, guys.
Compared to 11, I'm sorry, Chronica did a lot more damage than what could. I'm so sorry.
I think we should do a game story thing episode. Huh?
Oh no, I'm down. Well, because I know I've been watching the whole.
Well, I'm caught up on Mortal Kombat, so yeah, if we're going to talk Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, it will be a 5-minute episode.
Yeah, but it feels like this is a nerdgasm thing, or am I wrong?
Happily,
I guess we'll figure out those logistics
figure that out
another
because
time.
Then there'll be also the StarCraft episode. I will talk for a year on StarCraft. You guys will be in a coma out of boredom while watching me rant.
Okay, guys. I think that's pretty much it, right?
All right.
Yeah. For this arc, yeah, or this part of the arc, yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, you can also check out some of the other channels that we have. Also, please do follow these men. I'm sure they will have some content out for Comic-Con because they've been there today. And you can check out some stuff that they've also posted in the past from previous Comic-Cons. Park has done interviews with people like Dol Masuku, the guys from Rainbow Nation Comics, and Tevelo has a nice video of the journey from going to Comic-Con and meeting all these nice people and great people and his cool signature of his artwork. And this is Africa is Next podcast, and we'll definitely see you on the next one. Cheers.